Hey guys, it's Melanie Hinds. First of all, let me just say, I'm so grateful for all you guys and your support after putting our dog down. And I just had my counseling session and I talked about everything, and it's part of transformation, guys. When you feel broken down, God comes in and he helps heal you. And God spoke to me today to get softer. That's why I'm wearing pink today. I saw another ladybug that means good luck, protection, and renewal. That's what they mean spiritually, and it's a sign of positive change or abundance. So guys, I believe this is a sign that the abundance is here. I'm a little raw. If you're feeling raw, just know you're not alone. Comment down below if you're feeling like, I don't know, if you're feeling a little raw. So while we wait for this transformation to come through, while we wait for the abundance that we know is here, God told me to tell you the Iraqi dinar is done. I'm the channel that says it's already done, but that's from the faith perspective. Hebrews 11:1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, but not yet seen in the material. So I walk by faith, not by sight. So with that, we had articles. My live stream is split into 3 this morning. It seems like technological interesting times. 1:11 right now, which means we're crossing over into the promised land, guys. When you're making a shift as big as this, you're going to feel the shift. Like things are going to go a little staticky or wacky right before. Comment down below if you're feeling that message. So these are the articles I discussed in my part 3 of my live stream. When I got to do it all, it's in 3 pieces. The last one was 33 minutes. These articles were in there. I'm realizing this as I'm doing this. Oil rises on modest OPEC output increase. Iraq seeks U.S. clearance to activate Turkmen gas deal. This is bigger than we think, guys. Iraq's banking reforms risk foreign control over financial system. It's hard to explain. The U.S. Federal Reserve guidance and sent from Washington, D.C. to Baghdad, arguing that it allows foreign banks to dominate the Iraqi market. There's a lot going on. Remember, I'm the only channel that covers in detail that Forex article from that colonel. I know I'm shiny. That's just the way I roll today. I'm just all over the place today, honestly. So just bear with me. It's coordinated political timing optics. That's all we're waiting for. So these articles are just reporting on the ins and outs. China and India drive surge in Iraq's September oil exports. China and India were one of the biggest importers of the Iraqi crude oil. So then we go over to everybody else. And honestly, I'm trying to think, when we did that this morning, we did this all on the live. We did it all this morning because I think you need the most complete picture you can get right now so you can really assimilate and decide that this is done so you can move on and prepare. Ooh, Nader's in this one. I didn't have him this morning. Nader says, listen, if they didn't care about this RV and they're not going to do anything about it, they will not talk about it. They will not mention anything about it if it's not important. Why a whole government going to talk about something they're not going to do anything about? Would you do that? Especially when they tell you it's overrated, when it's overrated at $3 or $4 to $1, okay? So Nader, thank you for that. I'm tracking with what he's saying. They wouldn't talk about it all the time and say it's overrated if it wasn't. And they wouldn't do that for a rate of 1310, which is 0.0076 to the US dollar. So then we got Frank 26. TV has a special about Iran voted to approve removal of 4 zeros from their currency. They have 2 years to prepare for this and then a 3-year transition phase where both currencies can be used. Frank said their currency is extremely worthless, but at least they are moving in the right direction that Donald Trump wants in the sense of playing fair with the American dollar. If they're on 2 to 3 year time frame out and Vietnam has announced they're going to do the same by December, then that means Iraq is now. In my opinion, if you agree, comment down below. Mountain Goat, we have to watch this process work its way out. We don't need knee-jerk reactions. The CBI is keeping a lid on this move. We must be patient and let it all play out. It is time, and we have waiting for this event for so long, but there are still some steps to take to get what we want. I'm going to do a membership video on the power of non-resistance. I hope you'll watch it. I'll be doing that sometime after this, maybe in the sun, because I need a break. I've had such a tumultuous with everything. Militiaman, when they do adjustments to currencies, central banks and the powers that be are very tight-lipped about it. That's why we don't have a specific date and rate. Exactly. Yeah, and Frank, I think 90% of the in-country paper currencies have been taken into the banks. That was according to our intel on the ground last time we heard from them, which was around September 2nd. I think because they know how many people are in the banks. Claire, this was a good point from Claire that you must listen. Listen to this. There was an article that says, in exchange for a second term, a politician reveals that al-Sudani sent a delegation to Washington to normalize relations with Israel. This is the most breaking news. Listen up. Quote, al-Sudani sent a secret and unannounced government delegation to the United States of America to discuss an offer presented to al-Sudani, which included recognition of, I'm not even going to say who it is because I know there's people in Iraq that watch this channel. It says this visit came to confirm al-Sudani's approval of the offer and to move forward with the stages of normalization according to the time frame during the delegation's meeting. Guys, again, coordinated political timing. All these countries have to work together. That's why we need politicians. I know, I hate politics, but it's necessary in these days and age. It was very necessary. Sudani's done a great job, and it's time for him to reap the benefits of it in a second term. What else? Pempe was positive about it. Pempe's rarely positive. He said Iraq's doing a very good job to keep things stable. Al-Sudani's done a really good job. He's just concerned about the election. I'm not, because I think if he gets this done, the election's in the bag. What do you think? I want to hear what you think, because guys, we're all in this together, and I've got the most wise people watching my videos. So I know you're wise. Comment down below. Let us know some of your incredibly hard-earned wisdom. We all have been working through this for a long time. Comment down below what you really think. I want to hear it. As long as you're not critical of me or the way I look, because who cares? I don't care. I read everybody's intel because I'm looking for some semblance to let us know where we're at. A lot of other people were talking about the Iranian dollar. We already covered that. Yeah, and then Militia Man, I appreciated his comment. He said, this isn't Iraq's path, but it shows regional currency reforms and efforts. Iraq is a totally different story. It has completely different circumstances. Definitely don't compare the two as if Iraq and Iran are the same thing, because they're not. Iran's move addresses devaluation without a full revaluation. Iraq has 8% inflation in the first half of 2025, which is historically low. So, yep, I think that's pretty much it. So what do you think? Comment down below. Again, I would love to hear from you. I will do another video. I think I'm going to do it for members about the law of non-resistance, because you do kind of have to let things go before things happen. I'm helping everybody manifest this. If you want to know how to manifest it or how your faith can play a role, please subscribe, tap the bell, and watch some of my content. The Dinar playlist is how I've gotten to this point, and I've covered as many as 31. I do all the truth, facts, and optimisms about Iraq and this wealth transfer. This is the first of many. I assume the Vietnam Dong is going to be next. There's a member of my channel that was on my Zoom. She's heard contacts that 86 million accounts that went down in Vietnam were to get them on the new system. If your accounts are frozen, you go in, and if they say you have to transfer, you'll transfer to get your money, right? Just like my banking letter that I went through. That was just on my last Zoom, which was yesterday. Feels like a week has transpired emotionally. If you're feeling emotionally raw, it is a full moon. Comment down below. I'll do as much content as I can to help you. Worst case scenario, I'll be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Please try to listen. Hopefully it won't be in 3 parts like it was today. I apologize, but I titled it correctly. I clipped my husband out. My thing went, it was funny. Anyways, guys, I love you all. I'm worn out. I'm really emotionally raw. So I hope you will be kind in the comments. Just be kind. Everybody's struggling. I'm struggling a lot. Bye.